I'm curious about if you're the Oilers. Okay, so they've needed a winger for years, and obviously Cory Perry we think is a bottom six guy, although it's the Oilers. Zach Hyman's on pace for 55 goals. I'm sure Cory Perry could regain some of his scoring touch if he was on the second line.
Probably plays on their second power play unit.
But if they go out and they get somebody other than the winger that they've been rumored to be after for a while, do you say, okay, Stuart Skinner's stabilized and looks great.
Mm-hmm.
Calvin Pickard's been a surprise. Mm-hmm. Do you just leave it? Like leave well enough alone? Or do you go, do we go get goaltender protection?
Well,
is Dan Vladar available?
I don't think they make a trade with the Flames.
I know, but you know what I mean?
Those are very rare.
A guy like that.
Yeah. There's an argument to be made. A, that Cory Perry is the perfect fit for the Oilers. B, that you shouldn't be tinkering with the team that's won 13 straight.
Yeah.
So if you have time, use it. If I'm Ken Holland, I'm using the next 6 weeks to evaluate what this team does. And I wait for the final moment.
Okay.
Because Jesse,
what do you think?
To have some skepticism about the 13-game win streak. Like, it's obvious they're not perfect. So let's see what warts come out in the next 6 weeks.
Mm-hmm. What do you think, Jess?
In terms of slotting in Cory Perry?
Yeah. Where do you slot him? And if you're the Islanders general manager, and I know you have a ton of experience with this. Oilers. Islanders are next. Oilers GM. What do you do come deadline?
You know what I thought would be perfect serendipity that a lot of people have been throwing out there. I think they're just crossing their fingers that they hope it happens. But Seattle has to suck before this can actually come to fruition. Jordan Eberle. And returning Sam Gagner and Jordan Eberle back to the Edmonton Oilers to reunite the cast that was supposed to take them back to the promised land the first time.
Go get Cogliano, too.
Yeah,
Screw it.
Wherever he's at.
Colorado, he scored on the Leafs, damn it.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. I think that'd be a fun return. I think there's still room to get a winger for the Edmonton Oilers. I think you can leave the defense alone if they really want to. Just go fill out the forward group.
You have the daily face-off Oilers lineup.
Mm-hmm.
Zach Hyman on right wing. I think he's safe. Maybe. I guess we'll see. Warren Fogle, Derek Ryan, Connor Brown. One of the funniest comments I got from an Oiler fan after the Oilers beat the Leafs, it was just, Derek Ryan is 37. Which I did not.
That is funny.
Which I did not know. Now, the funny thing is, I think Cory Perry might be as well. But I don't know if putting Cory Perry. Jesus Christ. Think about Cory Perry on the right of Leon Draisaitl, Evander Kane.
That's a line that you just wouldn't want to play. Like, no offense to Warren Fogle. That's who I think. Him and Janmark, they've been a little bit like the whipping boys, right? Because it's like one of the... Well, you look at that lineup, Evander Kane, Leon Draisaitl, Warren Fogle. One of these things is not like the other, right?
So you could have him supplant Fogle. You could put him where Derek Ryan is. Connor Brown, I assume, is going to be in and out of the lineup at this point.
Eberle in this lineup would look really good, too. Jesse's right.
Yeah, Eberle's got 7 goals, 16 assists so far with Seattle. And yeah, on that right side, he's probably, if you want to keep Cory Perry lower in the lineup, that Warren Fogle spot's probably Eberle's.
Just play the wheels off of your top 2 lines. Just play the ever-loving dog shit out of them. I don't think there's a huge need to go out and get a center either, because that lineup is littered with guys who can play center if you need them to.
Yeah.
God, it's just cheaper to get a winger too. Like, I don't think you're going to pay the premium.
Guys, is Ken Holland a genius?
I've never refuted that.
This is outrageous.
Ken Holland, oh gosh, he's on his way out, right? They already announced that he's leaving at the end of the season.
Well, why would they want to let him go when the team looks this good?
He's going off to pasture.
Are they putting what do they call it in F1, a gardening contract, where it's like we're going to pay you to go away?
They're dropping him off at the Ken Holland farm,
where he can
play with all the other Ken Hollands. Yes,
Charizard farm in the mountains somewhere, which is near enough to Edmonton. There's a mountain range there.
Yeah, he stopped listening. So he's going to stay at the Ken Holland farm to discover himself amongst the other Ken Hollands.
I like that. I hope he comes back for the movie.
He will.
Connor McDavid, the movie.
You can't, and he'll walk out of the shadow.
Is Connor McDavid Mew or Mewtwo?
Mew.
Yeah?
No, because he essentially, I mean,
Because Mewtwo is a little bit evil, so you have to have maybe Kucherov's Mewtwo.
no,
McKinnon.
no. McDavid is Mewtwo because surgically repairing your knee without surgery is something Mewtwo would do.
Ah.
So I'm going to say Mewtwo.